Hello, my true crime lovelies. We're going to have a little bit of ASMR up in here tonight because Sugar Bear is asleep and I want to get this recorded. This is a follow up. So, yesterday I posted a video about Brian Boone not having the home foreclosed, and some of you guys came back and said, you think he still had it foreclosed because the house was sold in 2023? I'm here to tell you he sold it. We're going to go through all the receipts. He also did remove Sarah off the deed. We'll go through all of that. We'll have it all. I don't know why we're up in these people's business, but challenge accepted. Challenge accepted. No, I wanted to know after I saw those comments, like what really happened. Okay, so here we go. I'm just going to recap it in case this is your first time here. If it is your first time here, welcome. I appreciate you. All right, so no liberty. Plaintiffs notice of voluntary dismissal without prejudice and discharge of lis pendens. This is where the lender removed basically voluntarily dismissed the case without prejudice. So without prejudice, they can bring it back. They're not precluded from bringing it back should they need to. And then lis pendens. So let's first go into what is lis pendens, because that's going to play a role. And I kind of skipped over that yesterday. So we're going to go here. This is the law office of David Steinfeld. He is a Florida Bar Board certified expert business lawyer, over 25 years of experience, AV preeminent rated law firm. I don't know what AV is, but it must be an important organization that he's citing it here on the front page. Okay, let's get into what is a lis pendens. It is a document filed in a lawsuit and recorded by the clerk in the public records. It creates a cloud on title to property involved in the litigation. It is specifically authorized in Florida by Section 48.23 of the Florida statutes. What does it do? The effect of a lis pendens. Let me make sure. Oh, yeah, I'm sharing it. I just want to make sure. What does a lis pendens do? The effect of a lis pendens, whether of right or garden variety, is to notify prospective buyers of a claim against property in a pending lawsuit. The lis pendens also protects the claimant from losing their right to the property to a subsequent purchaser. That is, oh, you can't see me. There I am. That is basically a piece of paper or a document. A digital document doesn't have to be paper, that says, hey, this person owes me money, and it's sort of like a lien but not a lien, right? This person owes me money. This person does not own this property free and clear and is not current on their mortgage for this specific one. We're talking about Brian. So therefore, if you purchase it, you may not have a clean, clear title to the property, because I'm basically calling dibs. I'm calling dibs with this lis pendens. So when this lis pendens was discharged, that released that hole, right? Where am I? Where are you? Oh my goodness. Yeah, so when this was discharged, that released that hole. So now Brian was able to sell the house free and clear, right? And it wouldn't scare off any potential buyers. It wouldn't scare off any potential lenders that would fund it for a buyer, right? Because the new lender would want to have free and clear ownership in the event that the loanee, the lendee defaulted, right? And they had to come and foreclose on the house, repossess the house. If they didn't have clear title, then they have to duke it out with these guys, Federal Home Loan Mortgage Corporation, as trustee for the benefit of the Freddie Mac Seasoned Credit Risk Transfer Trust. So I think it's really the trust that owns it then, but that's neither here nor there. Whoever it is would still have dibs on it. And so it would be hard to get a loan, to get a mortgage for that house for a buyer. So one of the comments was that this may have been released, however, he got into trouble again and he had to sell it. Now, I'm gonna say no because they would have filed again, and that's not there, right? They wouldn't have sealed that. There's no other filing. There could have been an agreement, we will take this off for you to sell it so you don't lose your equity, and then they would get their money because of the sale. That could have happened, but the date on this filing is, let's go to the top. Oh, I'm scrolling on the wrong side. The date of this filing, it's dated October 24, 2022, and the house was sold in June of 23. So it's, I don't know, what is that? 7 months? 7 months later? It could have been on the market that long. Usually Zillow will show, like, how long it's been on there, but it wasn't, I'm not seeing it. You guys may see it later and you can tell me in the comments. But usually it'll be like it was on the market and then they took it off. Let's just double check, because maybe because you guys are looking with me, it might pop up. You know how when you have a problem and you call IT to come to your desk, and then as soon as they get there, you figure it out. So come with me and maybe I'll figure it out here. So there is the dimensions, the bedrooms, primary bedroom, lot size, levels 1, construction type, utilities, HOA, yes, other. So, okay, it has the price history. 2006, it was sold for 330,000. Sarah and Brian didn't buy it into 2007, and I'll show you that in a second. And they bought it like for 5 something, which was a little crazy. But in 2007, you remember we were in that housing bubble and it burst in 2008. So they overpaid for the house to start, from jump. So 515, and see, I did find it with you guys on there. So thank you for being here with me and helping me through this little rabbit hole. 515, it was listed for sale at $515,000. There was a sale pending. So very quickly after it was listed, right? Not even a week later, it looks like. It was pending for that, what it was listed for, and 629 it was sold for 510. Interesting. So yeah, whoever put in the bid got the house and it went through. Okay, so we have that there. Then I had to be really nosy and I went to this website, Neighbor Who, I have a free 7-day trial. So somebody remind me on 9/4 that I gotta cancel this because I don't think I'm gonna be this nosy with anybody else in their property. But so this is currently owned by Ian Schwab, and he has a wife. She's on here somewhere. The market value of it is between 520 and 553 according to Zillow. They paid 510. Smart Insights, buyer's tips. Okay, so possible owners, Ian Schwab and his wife, Victoria Sullivan. And then let's go through this timeline. I want to see more of this. So it says unknown, but earlier when I was on here, it was 2007. Let me see if I can get back there. These are all the prior owners. Maybe if I click on, I'm tired, guys. Sorry. It's like almost 2 o'clock in the morning. And I meant to look this up because this is a relative of Sarah's, and it says they were seen there 2007 to 2010. I'm not sure why, but let's look up view person report and see if this gives us the purchase date. Okay, this is what I was looking for. So they did actually purchase it in 2006. It's still before the bubble, because let's look at the loans recorded on it. So in 2003, there was a new loan recorded by Anita M. Clancy. Her loan was for $93,000, 93 and a half. So we'll just round it up to $100,000, right? In 2003. And then Anita M. Salmons, which perhaps she got married. what are the chances of it being like two Anitas that are not the same person? And so here, it looks like she got a refi, but it's for 101. So it's not like she took equity out. I'm not sure. Refinance or equity, grant deed. Maybe she got a better interest rate. Unclear. So then in September of 2006, the ownership changed to Brian and Sarah, right? And the transfer value was $330,000. So it's tripled. It's a little more than triple, but we'll say it's tripled from when Miss Anita got it refinanced in 2005. This is the next year. So that's what I'm saying about that was in the housing bubble period. So they overpaid for that. So that was documenting the ownership change. And then this is the detail about the loan recorded against the house. The loan amount is 257. So whatever, either they had a second mortgage on there or Brian had some money and he did a down payment to get this just so the loan is 257. It was conventional or unknown and not a credit line. So he probably got, I would think, a good deal because he had such a high deposit, a good deal with the caveat that he's overpaid for the house. So 2014, a new loan was recorded, so 7 years later, and now he's taken a loan out for $261,000, conventional or unknown. So he probably, refinanced because it's not enough for that to be taking the equity out, right? So he refinanced probably for a better, what am I trying to say? Interest rate. Probably for a better interest rate. So then in 2018, there's another ownership change. So this is after the divorce because at least the divorce proceeding started in 2017. And it goes from Brian C. and Sarah K. Boone to Brian C. Boone. So it was in fact recorded that he bought her out. Now it doesn't say, and it's a quitclaim deed. Doesn't say how much money he gave her or whatnot, but he definitely removed her from the deed. 2018, he had gone into like pre-foreclosure and that was removed because that's on the books, but obviously it's not here. And then July 10th, they filed the ownership change. We know from the other one, well, it looks like on Zillow. I trust this one more than Zillow, but either way, June or July, the ownership changed and that was logged. And that mortgage that they took out was $408,000. The transfer value it's saying was $510, and we saw on the other page they paid $510. So they had about a $100,000 deposit, it looks like. Because I don't see a listing of like a second being on here, right? That is there. It's a nice house. It's in a cul-de-sac. I don't blame him for wanting to get out of there just because of all the publicity and all the nosy hens on the internet since Sarah's arrest and infamy. And hopefully, they're in a nice, quiet place and Lucas has a nice yard to play in and is unburdened by his mother's infamy. So, yeah, that was it. I wanted to get an update. Thanks for those who dropped the comments of like, I think he lost it later, or maybe that was part of the agreement. It looks like he sold it and maybe broke even by the time he bought Sarah out and all that business. Maybe he broke even. It wasn't that much of a price difference from what he bought it to what it was sold at versus whatever he bought her out. Usually you would give her or you would give the other person like their share of the equity. But I just feel like with Sarah, she would have argued him down and he would have been like, here, whatever. So if he broke even, good for him. If not, lesson learned. Don't marry crazy women. So yeah, that's my update. Short and sweet, 17 minutes in and out. I appreciate you guys. Toodles. Talk to you later. Thanks for rocking with me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Talk to you later. Bye.